Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Houston Minority Business Development Agency's virtual Subs and Sandwiches. Today, we will hear from our corporate partners at J.E. Dunn Construction, and of course, we're always excited to have them present. I am Maershette Turner, and I serve as Director of the Houston MBDA. We'll go over a few housekeeping rules and tips right before we jump into the program this morning. So during the webinar this morning, all attendees will be in listen-only mode, and this session will be recorded and will be made available to each participant immediately after this webinar. My team is here, or at least a portion of them are here. Ms. Jessica Vasquez and Ms. Tanya Mcgilbra are both here with us. Please type your questions into the chat as you think of them. We will certainly dedicate a portion of this hour to that question and answer period. So I will now turn it over to Mr. Hyde Griffith and Mr. William Woodfin of J.E. Dunn Construction. So gentlemen, please take it away.
All right. Good afternoon or lunchtime. We're in the middle of morning at lunch, so hope everybody's having a good day. My name is William Woodfin. I am the pre-construction director for the J.E. Dunn Houston office. I'm glad to have y'all meet with us today and tell y'all a little bit about J.E. Dunn. We'll go to the next slide. Just a recap of what we'll go over today. Just have a safety moment, tell you a little bit about J.E. Construction, tell you a little bit about what we do in the community, tell you about our MCD, or Minority Contractor Development Program, talk about some upcoming opportunities, and talk about how to get pre-qualified with J.E. Dunn Construction. Next slide, please. J.E. Dunn, safety is number one priority. We believe in doing the right thing. So, we feel like everybody, I'm sure y'all do too, they should go home every evening as they came to work. Maybe a little more tired, but that's about it. So safety is our number one priority. We start all our meetings off with a safety moment. So today, safety's moment will be, and it could be anything, doesn't have to just be a job site, but so I'll talk about, rain. We finally got some rain in Houston this year. So I advise everybody to get some good windshield wipers because they have been dry rotting in the heat all summer long and can't drive safely if you can't see. So proper windshield wipers are a good thing to have on your car. Next slide, please. J.E. Dunn Construction is going to hit their 100-year-old birthday next year. You can see on the map, we've got offices across the country, so we have opportunities across the country. I think we're actually at 27 offices now. When I started here, we were at 2,000 employees, so I think we're just over 4,000 now, and I think we need probably 300 to 400 more employees. Ownership, J.E. Dunn is a private company. However, the employees own part of it, so we all have a little stake in the game. So we take pride in what we do for a living, and we reap the rewards of being a part owner every once in a while. So, next slide, please. This slide goes over a little bit about J.E. Dunn and the markets that we participate in. All major general contractors, they're ranked somewhere on all these different reports here. I won't read all of these, but you can see, we're 2023, top 12 of top 100 contractors across the country. J.E. Dunn participates in all market sectors of the general contracting industry. As you can see, we're in we build all types of products, right? I kind of like to joke around and say, hey, if we it doesn't fly or float, we'll build it for you. In the Houston market, everybody knows Houston's a very diverse market. The Houston office is focusing on aviation work, oil and gas work, healthcare work, science and technology, and chasing a few parking garages out there. But that doesn't mean we're not also chasing other sectors, City of Houston work, Harris County work, airport work, and some multifamily jobs. So we have a very diverse background of project types that we pursue. Next slide, please. So Dunn consists of 4 regions across the country. Houston is down in the South Central region, and those offices include Austin, Dallas, Oklahoma City, and there's the one I couldn't remember, that 27th office in Tulsa. So we actually had 26 years in Houston, so we've been here, we're not going anywhere, and our revenue in South Central last year was about just under $1 billion at $901 million. Nationwide, you can see we're at $5.8 billion, and thanks to inflation and escalation, we might be over $7 billion nationwide at the end of the year. Next slide, please. Some of the most recent projects we've finished over the last 2 or 3 years include work at the Houston Airport System, work for Harris County Emergency Service District. The Gables was a multifamily project over by the Galleria. We did a project for the Barbara Bush Literacy Plaza downtown. That's a neat project. It was on top of a basement, so challenges there. We did some renovation work at Ben Taub Hospital a few years back, and for Harris County, we've done the Harris County Pets Project, which is an adoption and veterinary facility over on the northeast side of town. Cool fact about the general services facility you see on the left, they had a minority participation goal of, I think it was 28%. We hit 40% in that project. So that was a nice achievement for us on that one. Next slide, please.
I'm sorry, William. I can barely hear you. Can you either increase the volume or face the camera, one of the two? I can barely hear you.
Okay. How about now? Is that better?
Still sounds a little muffled, but maybe it's just me.
Okay. No, I had to use, for WebEx, I had to use a different headphones, so my apologies. I'll try to speak up a little bit so y'all can hear me better. The notable jobs that we have we're building right now include the Valero Administration Building over by the Ship Channel, a little 40,000 square foot admin building for that client. We've been working with the companies we're client on Telgate Road, building a testing facility for about 3 years now, and now it's kind of wrap up. And then you can see we're doing a renovation project for HCA up in Kingwood right now. Next slide, please. Community commitment, just a quick slide on what Dunn does for the community. We're a big believer in giving back, so we have community events where we go out and help others in the community. Next slide, please. Volunteering, as I mentioned, we go out and work in the community. There's a few snapshots of projects we've done, and the food bank working there, working at the Ronald McDonald House, and on the bottom left you can see we do our annual fundraiser for the United Way, and I think for the last 5 or 6 years we've gotten up in the $30,000 range of giving back to United Way. Next slide, please. Our diversity program is it's a very interesting program. We have the Minority Contractor Development Program, which Indria Hollingsworth champions that. She wasn't able to be here today. She does sit in Dallas, and she's our regional diversity and inclusion manager.
Hey, William, I actually was able to step away, so I'm on the call.
Hey, glad you could make
I
it.
stepped away to join, but keep going. You're doing great.
Good morning,
Okay.
Indria. We hear you loud and clear. William, we can barely hear you.
Okay, well, let me try to switch headphones. Let's see. Give me a second.
Well, while William is switching headphones, I will touch on 3 pillars of diversity and inclusion at JE Dunn, if that's okay with you, William.
Yes.
Okay. So we really look at D&I across the pillars at JE Dunn. So workplace, workforce, and marketplace. And I'll kind of work backwards. So workplace, we just want to make sure that we create an environment at our job sites, at our offices, where people definitely know that they have a sense of belonging. They can bring their whole self to work. We have several ERGs, a Black Employee Resource Group, a Hispanic Employee Resource Group, a Veterans Resource Group, as well as a Women's Resource Group. And it just provides a space with people with similar backgrounds, like experiences to come together. We provide mentorship opportunities and different activities for those members who are part of that class. Workforce is really working to create diverse workforce. We know when we have diversity, we have innovation, and that runs across, not just how we hire folks, but how we're recruiting from universities. I work very closely with campus recruitment on recruitment from HBCUs. I'm an HBCU graduate, so we have relationships at Prairie View, working with relationship at TSU here in South Central, and then other HBCUs across the country. We also have a National Diversity Scholarship that we award to 8 students across the United States, students of color majoring in construction, engineering, and architecture. And then at Prairie View, we have a separate established diversity scholarship. It's just really, we're seeing our way of creating our own talent pipeline. So hopefully when these students graduate, they will see JE Dunn is their employer of choice and come and work for us. And then around marketplace is what we're doing here today. So reaching out, partnering with our groups, our agencies, to just create opportunities for minority, women-owned, hub, DBE, trade partners as we do the work that we do. We also have a minority contractor development program, which I believe there's another slide on that. But I work very closely with our project teams, working with folks like William in estimating, to make sure that when we do have projects, regardless of goals, that we are providing opportunities for diverse trade partners to participate. Next slide. And this is our
hear me?
Yeah, so this is our minority contractor development program. We host this program in each one of our offices. It's on a rotating schedule because it really is an 8-month intensive where we bring trade partners into our offices. They meet our project teams, they meet our estimating teams, they meet our office leadership. In this program, we have an internal goal that after a business owner graduates out of our program, that we are actually doing business with them at either first tier or second tier or multiple tier levels. So if they aren't able to contract directly with us, then we help bridge that gap and build that relationship with them and maybe our first tier super prime. So we are very proud of that program. I will actually be kicking it off in our Tulsa office the end of this year. And like I said, because it is 8 months, we do it on a rotation basis. So if there's interest in that, please notify MBDA or myself. My contact information will be provided at the end and we can get you the application. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to William. Thanks for letting me finish.
Indria, before you go, there is a question in the chat for you. Someone asked, did you say that the program lasts for 8 months?
Right. So it's 8 months, but you come in once a month, but it's a full day. And so we have an AM session and a PM session. So you come in, we have a light breakfast. So like for the first day, it's on some of that back office. So it's on client solutions or business development. So would meet with all of our client solutions folk, our marketing team. That would be in the first half of the first half of the day. Then we will have lunch, and then in the evening, the afternoon session, it would be on HR. So we break the day up like that, but we want you to spend the full day with us so that we can give you as much of the information as possible and to help with that building relationship with the people, with the decision makers. It's no cost to the trade partner, but we just do ask for that commitment.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Mr. Woodfin, you can continue.
Okay, hopefully y'all can hear me better now.
Yes.
Next slide, please. A few of our upcoming projects is what I was going to mention next. One of our largest projects that'll be upcoming, and you can see the time frame there because it's a big one. It's taken a while to get out of design for MD Anderson. It's a cancer center that we're going to be building in Sugar Land. The construction budget currently is $276 million. They're just recently wrapped up the programming phase and looking to move forward into the SD phase. And they have a goal of 21.1%. And of course, we'll always try to beat that. Next slide, please. Another project we're turning an RFQ in on shortly next week is the Bechtel Port Arthur Permanent Plant Building Project. It's about 7 buildings, about 90,000 square feet. The overall construction budget is just over $60 million, and we anticipate that one going out to the market in the second quarter of next year. So anybody that can travel out to Port Arthur and put some work in place for us, it's a great opportunity because we'll have several buildings out there, many bid packages. Next slide, please. And some more upcoming opportunities. This project we're calling Tropicos for now. It's just kind of it's a very unique project down in a residential development where they're building a clubhouse and a water park and entertainment venue. So we're currently working through that one, trying to get that one off the ground. I mentioned one of the Bechtel Port Arthur LNG project. We have another one down in Lake Charles that we're attempting to negotiate. So that one's upcoming. We also have a bid out to United Airlines right now. We're hoping to hear some good news from them this week. And then we're also submitting a RFQ on the Southwest Airlines general use building. That's about a 180,000 square foot facility down at Hobby. And then there's the TSU Flight Academy. It's a hangar building at Ellington. We're looking at that one also. So lots of upcoming bid opportunities for 2024. Next slide, please. How do we get to know each other? Step one, besides giving me a phone call or sending me some emails, is get registered with J.E. Dunn. All of our trade partners are registered with J.E. Dunn. It's part of getting to just make sure everybody is at the the proper paperwork in place to be issued a subcontract. So we're just checking insurances and bonding capacities, financial stability, and stuff like that. So you can go to our website, and there's a button to click for trade partners and starting an account there, and that will get you in our system. But unfortunately, that system doesn't talk to our bidding system. So that's where I come in, where you need to reach out to me, let me know that you put, that you registered in SMS, and then the opportunity, when opportunities come out, once, and you have contacted me, then I will know that you would like to get an invitation to bid on a project. So next slide, please. Indria has quarterly meetings, and I think Houston is on the list to have a MWBE meeting in December. So we'll have a meeting very, very similar to this one here at our office on December 12th from 1 to 2 p.m. And we'll do it in person and virtual. And so you come on by, put a name to a face to a name, and let's get to know each other. Next slide, please. A few of some more networking opportunities Dunn has to offer. Tomorrow we're having a happy hour here at our office at 4 o'clock. So we're on 675 Berry, and everybody's invited to come on over. And we got a little fun end of the office down there at the other. This is a working end down here. The fun end is down there. Come on by and introduce yourselves and play some ping pong, shoot some pool, play some video games, hang out and talk. We're having our 14th annual golf tournament for the United Way on October 11th. If anybody's interested in sponsoring that for the United Way, just reach out to me. And then anybody who wants to come out to our U of H tailgate on October 12th, the day after the golf tournament. Doesn't look like we're going to work very much in October. So welcome to join us at the U of H tailgate on the 12th. Next slide, please. Well, thank everybody for their time. I see Hyde has joined us. I'll let him introduce himself. And then there's our contact information for reaching out.
Right. Thank you so much, William. Mr. Hyde Griffith, did you want to jump in here?
We can't hear you. You're muted, Hyde.
You're still muted.
Now?
Yes, now we hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was a few minutes late. I apologize for that. And William had already rolled in. He was doing such a good job. I didn't want to interrupt him. So Hyde Griffith, I'm the Houston office lead, and work closely with William and our operations teams and Indria. So we are looking forward to building some much bigger projects here in Houston over the next 2 to 5 years. So we definitely want to engage the trade partner community and get to know people even outside of these events. So I'll be here tomorrow afternoon for our open house and hope to meet some new people. So thank you for letting us speak today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All righty. Thank you so much to Miss Indria Hollingsworth and William and you, Hyde. We always value and appreciate all that J.E. Dunn has going on. Miss Tanya Mcgilbra, are there any questions in the chat?
Well, it looks as if people were interested in knowing where the happy hour was and what time that started. So I believe we got that answered. And thank you for having an open door policy and allowing trade contractors to come out. A question for you. Do you have any immediate needs as far as trade so that we can guide some of our members to your outings?
Right now, we don't have anything actively bidding. We just have some budgeting opportunities. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just kind of I like to joke, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and just keep reminding me, because the trade partner market is so big in Houston. Sometimes I inadvertently forget who's out there, and so just keep reminding me that you're interested, and I'll make sure to get you on all our invitations to bid work in the future.
There's another question I have. It appears that you always exceed your NDE goals. Can you speak more about that?
I don't know how to elaborate on that one. It's just, I don't want to say it's dumb luck, but I think because we host our outreach events, and we're looking for ways to package the work together. We don't want a first-time opportunity to exceed the capacity of a trade partner. So we try to create smaller packages of work that makes sense, like maybe installation of doors or a rough carpentry package, or some of our unique. We have equipment moving packages on some is one of them that we've had in the past. So I think planning early and thinking a little differently helps us to create bid packages that create more opportunities.
Thank you for that. The questions are now rolling in, and let's see if I can go back up here.
So our open house is the third Thursday of every month. So it's an open house. And so, if people can't make it tomorrow afternoon on short notice, then we have it once a month. So it's the third Thursdays.
Thank you. What's the name of the 8-month program, and was there a link that we can direct candidates directly to?
It's called the Minority Contractor Development Program. What Indria didn't say is that she works with different offices around South Central. So I'm not sure when. Indria is the best source to know when are we going to host that in Houston. We had one, William, two years ago or so. I think the Oklahoma City office is hosting one in the last half of this year. So it's not something that it's something that we rotate unless we have a big surge in demand and request. If we had that, then I think we would look at a way to support that.
I think there was a slide that indicated it was in December here in Houston, right?
That's just another
that's for
networking event.
Okay.
Yeah. But Ms. Jessica, you could
Indria,
put the contact slide back up. That way they can contact Indria directly for that information.
Yeah, she's definitely your main point of contact on that, because she actually, there's some prerequisites that you can't just have started your business last week.
Right.
So she does have some prerequisites and some requirements. There's an application process.
Would this be considered your mentor protege program as well?
That's a good question. I think that there's the mentor protege program is a step beyond the MCD development.
Someone's asking, for the permitting process on these projects, who do I reach out to?
That is actually, we have, we call them, if she's asking about expediting permits and stuff like that, that would be on our operations side. So if you just reach out to me, and I can virtually contact and introduce our operations staff to Vicki. Because it's not just one person, it's project specific by project manager.
Okay.
Question here. Greetings to all. We are here at Texas Apex LLC, and they are certified by the City of Houston. They The trades that they have are painting, toner, and corrosion materials vendors. Do you have availability for a new vendor of these materials to help meet some of your DE&I goals?
They would probably benefit more from reaching out to, if they're saying vendor, meaning material supply only, they would need to reach out to someone who would purchase their product and install it for us. We don't buy very many materials directly.
Someone's from All In Logistics, LLC, based in Houston, Texas. What tips would you give a logistics and transportation vendor that would like to do business with J.E. Dunn in the future?
So we have a logistics yard, and it's a staff of coworkers there that manage logistics and shipping and deliveries and all that kind of stuff. His name's Jason Rippey. If you can reach out to me, I'll forward and introduce y'all virtually to Jason, and there's a potential there for creating a new relationship.
Sewer, water lines, and things related to that. I'm assuming they are inquiring, can you utilize their services?
I didn't quite catch you. Did you say they were install water lines?
Not sure. Gabriella, can you indicate in the chat if you install or if you're a supplier?
Gabriella, also put your contact information so that we can reach out to you so that you can become a member of the Houston MBDA.
And I believe do they need to reach out to Indria for the mentor protege, or if they have questions about a mentor protege program? Is she the best contact for that?
Yeah, Indria is, I believe, the best contact for that.
Okay, thank you.
And then our elevator, something that you offered to bid out for projects? Elevators.
Yes, we do bid out elevators.
Gabriella indicated any type of civil construction.
Well, civil is a broad category, but yes, civil utilities or site utilities and the site paving on building areas. But civil work in regards to highways, no, we don't do that.
Okay. And thank you, Ms. Gabriella, for putting your contact information in the chat. All right, it looks like that's it. Well, thank you again so much. I know Indria had to jump off, but of course she's always a wealth of information. And William and Hyde, thank you so much. We do appreciate. Somebody's asking for Indria's contact information. It's on the bottom of your screen. If you look to your left, Miss Indria Hollingsworth. So you can either screenshot it, take a picture, so that you'll have all three of their contact information. Okay. But again, thank you all so much. We're actually giving you some time back this morning. Thank you to all of our participants and attendees. We appreciate and value your time as well. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And J.E. Dunn, of course, we appreciate our partnership. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.